Should agents have a standard? That is my question for you. Do you have a standard? If you're an agent in real estate, if you are thinking about getting into real estate, do you have the mindset of, I'm working with anybody, I will sell them anything, I will drive anywhere, I will drive over an hour, I will sell them a piece of land for $20,000 and I will make a $500 compensation, and I will have worked with them for a year to make $500. Do you factor in things like this? Because you should, because it doesn't make smart business. All of the time, effort, and energy that you have put into somebody. I'm showing properties under $150,000 where it's roaches everywhere. And then I'm in luxury properties like this. So on one hand, I'm like, that's versatile. I can ebb and flow with what the demand, the client that I get. But then I'm like, do I? Should I? Should I have a standard? And that's what I want to get your input on. Should agents have a standard? Because I just finished recording one video that talked about something that came up while I was showing. So check out that video. But it talks about, do you have protocol that you address with buyers about how you handle buyers using the bathrooms when you are out showing property? That's essentially what the video is about. If you haven't checked out my book called The Ugly Side of Real Estate, please go ahead and purchase that. It is available on Amazon. So today I showed 4 properties and the price points were 1.5 mil, 1 mil 50, 1.145 mil. So all in the mills, right? Gorgeous homes. We were in Brookhaven, we were in Decatur, and then we had 2 in Atlanta, like the Cascade area. The first one didn't have the square footage. One was 6,700 square feet, 7,900 square feet, 9,000 square feet, like 6 to 8 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. I think all of them had 5 to 6 full bathrooms, and then they had half bathrooms. So gorgeous homes. And I'm in these homes. Let me show you the brochure for these homes. And I'm like, beautiful homes. Not that I love driving all through these Atlanta streets, but if I'm going to be driving through these Atlanta streets, let it be for this price point, right? And this is a gift that they brought me. It says from New Hampshire. Look at me trying to put the Bears hood on. How thoughtful. Such a small gesture, but so impactful, so sweet when somebody thinks of you. Thank you. And I'm thinking back to last month. I am showing properties that have roaches. Price point is under 150,000. I'm showing properties in 130s, 140s. And when I say properties that have roaches, and you might be thinking, oh, okay, it was a dead roach in the corner. Yes, but dead roaches on the counters, on the floors, and live roaches. I went to touch a curtain and the roach fell out and started crawling. I went to move a blind to let light in and roaches fell down. So I'm showing properties under $150,000 where it's roaches everywhere. And then I'm in luxury properties like this. So on one hand, I'm like, that's versatile. I can ebb and flow with what the demand is and the client that I get. But then I'm like, should I have a standard? And that's what I want to get your input on. Should agents have a standard? Because I'm not going to lie, in these roach properties, part of me is like, are we here? All these years in this business, do we have to be here? And then on the other hand, it's like, you need the business, right? So take what you can get. And if this is the client, work with this client. I will circle back and tell you the biggest pet peeve that I had about these roach properties was that the client that I was working with wasn't even decisive. It would be one thing if this client was decisive and was like, she fit the able, willing, and ready. She had a definitive timeline. This is what she was looking for. She was definitive, realistic, all of the marks. This is what she can afford. She understood these are the areas that she could afford to be in. If she got all of that, I could get behind Okay, I'm showing you these properties because this is what you can afford, and this is, you get that. But to realize that I'm in these roach properties with the looky loo and somebody that isn't really getting it. So now I feel like you wasting my time and got me in these roach properties just to be in these roach properties. Now that's where I have a problem. So I feel like I could suck it up for definitive purpose. But to just be in roach properties, just to be kicking it with a looky loo and roach properties, yeah, that's where I have a problem. That's where I had the problem. And now to be in properties like this, do I even want to even go back to that? Even if somebody is definitive, should you have a standard to say, no, this is my minimum? There was a time where I had a minimum, and it wasn't a minimum because of roach properties. It was a minimum because of just being realistic of what kind of properties you could get, what the market was doing. I'm not trying to be out here showing you 20 properties, you losing out on offers, we can't get anything, just running around, like just being realistic, working smarter, not harder, just being realistic. So I had a minimum, just being realistic of people that I could actually work with and get to the closing table. Should I have a minimum of the type of properties that I'm willing to or things that I'm willing to deal with? Should agents have a standard? That is my question for you. Do you have a standard? If you're an agent in real estate, if you are thinking about getting into real estate, do you have the mindset of, I'm working with anybody, I will sell them anything, I will drive anywhere, I will drive over an hour, I will sell them a piece of land for $20,000 and I will make a $500 compensation, and I will have worked with them for a year to make $500. Do you factor in things like this? Because you should, because it doesn't make smart business. All of the time, effort, and energy that you have put into somebody to make pittance, does it really make sense? I talk about this in my book, The Ugly Side of Real Estate. So yeah, I know I talked about a lot. Please chime in and let me know down below. Yeah, I think I'm going back. On one hand, I want to help people, but I also have to be realistic. And I just don't want to be with roaches, because y'all know I done brought home fleas. I'll be darned if I bring home. I don't even want to say it. If y'all didn't see the video where I brought home fleas, I'm gonna link it here. Because my husband said I better not bring home nothing else. Like fleas to the point where we had to leave my house and get it exterminated and go stay in a hotel with my young children. And then COVID happened, and I already knew that I can't bring nothing else to this house. So I'll be darned if I bring home. No, I feel like I got my answer, but I need y'all chime in, please. Because I know this young lady will reach out to me again, and I already plan to have a come to Housing Jesus meeting with her, because you're not realistic. What we initially talked about in the home buying consultation, you said your time frame was end of the year. Did she even say beginning of the year? I think she said ending of the year. No, she said ending of the year. That was 25. So the next time when I saw her hemming and hawing, and then she says December 26th, I said, was that a typo? And the young lady proceeds to tell me that, well, no, just based on what I'm seeing, and, just wanting to see what the market's going to do. And so what happens if the market goes up? Okay. Yeah, that's when I realized, okay, you're not realistic. You got me out here in these roach properties just wasting my time. So, yeah, I will have, come to Housing Jesus meeting with her. If I continue to work with her, or if I refer her to somebody else, if they'll take her on or just wish her the best. Yeah, it's going to be what it's going to be, but I have to work smarter, not harder, because as I say in my book, all money is not good money, right? And time, you know how I feel about time, is the most important thing that we can spend, waste, or give. So I'm going to sign out here. I'm going to go have dinner with my family because it is now 7:02, and I hope you're doing well. Please check out another video and check out the podcast. I appreciate your support. Check out classes. I have on-demand classes. Let me know what information you need, anything you want me to share, explain. I hope your business is flourishing. Be consistent. Identify the tasks. Do the tasks. Be consistent. All right. Have a positive, peaceful, and productive day. Check out another video.